So whilst you're obviously on a drive to move from physical card to digital cards or DCs, at the same time we're also solving for packaging and more especially payment wearables, right? Because we believe that that's probably going to be the next trend in the market in any case. The challenge we have today is ultimately customers that have got multiple bank cards in the wallet, which then means it makes it very difficult and challenging today. And whilst we've got Apple devices and everyone likes to load their cards on Apple devices, the problem with that is that we split up interchange, right, with these guys. So ultimately, with this particular supplier, it's a startup in SA. So they've partnered with a company internationally called VezoPay that does the technology in the background, and these guys supply the actual hardware itself, the payment rings. The intent from an FNB perspective is ultimately to bring them on board, penetrate the market, be first to market, have bragging rights at this present moment. There's some articles you may come across with a peer announcement where they talk about net bank being live, but it's actually inaccurate. Net bank's not live. We're the only bank that's live. We've got a 4-month exclusivity period which runs from 20th of October to 20th of February, which means we've got the ability to be able to penetrate. There's currently a waiting list, okay, with this company called VezoPay. It's give or take about 1,000 customers, 1,000 plus steps. Ironically, about 60 to 70% of these customers are existing FNB customers. So they just found that site, they went to the road before the tier announcement happened, they got onto the list over the past give or take 12 months. So now we've got the ability to obviously either upgrade these customers, lead them as this, obviously sell to these customers, but more especially I think we're trying to target that 40% customers that we don't serve. So we're taking a very conservative approach initially, but ultimately we want you to get buy-in from the various provinces, the various segments, to obviously penetrate this properly, because ultimately everyone wants the new latest tech device in the market. That we all know this, right? And I mean, if you look at if you guys go onto the app or the website right now, you've noticed that they've got 3 different ranges. It starts from about 2.7, the middle range I think is about 4.7, and the top one is around 21K. So it caters for different ranges. The intent is as we move forward with this particular partner, we intend to not just do payment rates. In the future, we're probably going to do this space. There's different use cases, right? So there's different product houses approaching us saying, can you give us a wristband as an example for the concerts, for the outreach staging? So there's a lot of different topics on the table right now. I think right now we just keep it very simple. Go to marketers, get the branding that we just done. Now we need to just make sure that we communicate both even selling within the bank and closely quarterly outside as well to customers, which obviously we know over the past 2 weeks because we never getting you trying to damage control us now. But we still got the ability to have those regulars, we still got the ability to grow customer base based in this. And that's typically what we find.
So we just asking around what the customer would get. So they place the order on the website. So we're probably going to go on to the APT next week.
How does it work?
So what's exactly we're doing with the bank cards, right?
Yes.
So you're saying
it is a bank card.
So anything above 500, we'll still ask you for a pair. Anything below 500, we'll go. So exactly the same premise.
And if you lose it, so I'm out surfing, it comes off, it's linked to the app.
The fraud rules will kick in.
And besides that, you can either go into the FNB app and obviously delink it, or you can go to the VezoPay app and do this. So it actually happened to me. Personally, so I've been using this ring for give or take past 10 months. Long pilot, it's sure magic. And I misplaced it. I was playing with it in my finger and I dropped in the retail stuff. Immediately paused it, clean process, and I found it off. And you could encrypt on that particular chip to have some branding, some sales marketing, because we lost functionality. Right now, we said just keep it simple. Get it over the line and use image.
But it's a nice gift if you
Very nice.
put something in the box.
Yeah, very nice. So what we're chatting to the guys about over December is can we batch and can we brand? Like if you want to give somebody a ring for Christmas, you get the ring sizing kit as what sits under your Christmas tree with the voucher and it's wrapped FNB. And then you just place the order on the website with your ring sizing kit. So that's something we're actually looking at developing over the festive period while we've got exclusivity.
And it is not a short-term insurance, it can be short-term insurance. Should actually be a little bit of a special day for us,
Yeah, actually, quite a very good idea. And I think that leans to what Priya was saying around some of the innovation we want to bring, because when I was having an offline chat with Eden as well with the leadership team, I mean, they've got the they've got the capability for the ring to be able to trigger ambulance, police, yeah, much quicker than a phone potentially could. So they've got some really exciting and interesting tech. Business cards. So you're at a networking function, just tap the phone and you get the business card. It's really quite cool tech that can sit on the ring. So Creedon is nurturing that relationship so that we have some product differentiation, because they are smitten with FNB. They're so happy with FNB. They really want everything to come to us first. So we're just trying to make sure we nurture that relationship so that you guys have something that can really give value back to the client, other than just it's about getting a ring, because it's so much more. Because we really want to maintain that innovation and that first experience that the client gets to have.
Even part of the work, you just obviously on load it to an account on your
so very similar to like Apple Pay's Samsung Pay. You download the app, which creates the wallet. You purchase the particular ring. You take the ring. You use that. So they've got a whole kit there of how you place the ring and how you actually scan it. It loads a token directly onto the device itself.
Literally, and then you
do that.
load it onto, let's say, your credit card account, and then can you set limits on it?
Yes.
On the FNB banking app. Exactly the same limits that apply on your card will carry the limits.
If you lose it, does it have a facility where you locate?
No.
No. If it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
Not yet.
Not like an Apple earphone where you trace it.
Yes, no.
And a question intentionally strategically is you're linking first rand card to it, so it brings that front of wallet spin. If I've got multiple accounts or entities, is there an ability to link more than one? So I've got a business virtual card, I've got a personal virtual card, Fusion, I've got a credit card, and maybe the way where you tap to then choose the particular account.
The straightforward one-to-one ratio, right?
Card, just an idea, functionality.
Yes. Good point.
Two different rings.
Like
One ring on this one.
It's got 10 fingers.
That's what I want. One mechanism. Second,
One card.
So as this ramps up, obviously, and tech up gets quite massive. The guy walks in the mall with a merchant device machine and
your hand has to be in a certain position and it has to be very close to it. And also when you tap, your hand has to be steady. So they have to literally hold your hand steady in order to place the card. Yes.
They can't just walk past.
They can't walk past and just...
Not at all.
There's three conditions, part of the T's and C's, right? Three conditions. You either make use of an FNB or RMB bank card to make the purchase. When you do that purchase, that's condition 1 met. Condition 2 is you load either an FNB or RMB, commercial or retail, card on it. And condition 3, you make your first transaction. Once you've done that, we believe to some degree, we've gotten that customer, for a certain period of time. That's the strategy. Obviously, when it becomes an open bank play, post-Feb, it changes it. But I mean, just from now until then, that was the easiest. We just didn't want to end up having a customer going through those three conditions, you are giving them some rewards back, and then they don't use it. You know what I'm saying?
so from a private banking client perspective. So yes, I'm linking this to a particular account, my credit card. Right. So
And like that.
I'm paying abroad, and I want to link my global card to the city.
Yes, because you'll have to remove your credit
So
card.
I can do that.
Yes, absolutely. I've done it, so I know
Really? Okay.
definitely put that on. As long as it's a South African customer, South African account, you can go and use it abroad. But we didn't open it up for the BA space because obviously it's a little more red tape, right, for each country. And then the third one is, so we are going to open it up to the product houses, or you guys. Let's say you guys come back and say, you know what, in this Cape Town region, we want to purchase that and however many it is, right? You want to purchase it and you want to issue it to customers, right? Then we can look at, and that's what we're currently looking at, how do they lock it in? So Vezo then locks it in to say, this ring is purchased by FNB, issued to this customer. This customer must not have the ability to then go and load the net bank card and have done that. So we're looking at that, and we also negotiated commercial. I'm just pegging down the final part of the commercial, but it's basically a wholesale model that we're there to purchase that issue.
So I've got kind of two things. One for me is this: the questions that we're asking and the comments that we're making links back to some of the feedback we're getting in Fleers. It is change management and enabling us to give inputs. The questions that we ask is very practical. We almost think like clients.
Yes.
And I think the answer lies somewhere in the middle. There's a bit of legal, there's a bit of practical, there's a bit of operational, there's a bit of product, and then there's a bit of practical stuff, right? And I think that's the inputs that we provide. So I think it's a good indication of how sound it is to ask our teams to provide input in this whole rollout phase. And it also enables people to feel as if their voice is heard in this change management or new product development, or call it what you want. That's the one thing, just general comments. Can we get in the Cape, as part of a pilot, can we get 2 rings sponsored as part of a campaign?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay?
Sugar.
Or 6.
Okay, but let's be cognizant, right? Because once this goes through the other regions, we can have the same. So if we can keep it to 2, I think it'll be safe.
Okay, 2. I'm happy with 2. And then I'm thinking. So ultimately, who do we think will be responsible to? It'll be the banking advisor to take this to clients.
I mean, I can just imagine you're inviting a client, you're doing an annual review, and then paying with a ring. I just think that's a cool story. I mean, it's an easy introduction, I think, just to show how FNB just keeps innovating with new tech.
So it's either or. Ellen was the one that came with a query and we didn't know about it. Customers, yes, knew about it. So customers are already asking, and it was to the private advisor. So I think it would be either or.
Okay. So can we then launch something along the lines of any sales front, any team member who does the most between kind of tomorrow, 1 November, and the 31st of Jan. It almost covers your December Christmas period and then fulfillment afterwards. Or maybe we make it 28th Feb to allow for enough time. The team member with the most, and then the SSM with the most in the channel.
Or you can do top upgrade, top new to bank, and you cover AKMIs and private advisors.
So you don't look at the ring, you look at the upgrades and that can work.
The mainnet's transact space and the seeing clients, so they're hoping
Combined, most upgrades, most new to bank, but they're 2 different people. The private advisor does the new to bank, and the banking advisor does the upgrade. Yes, Vanessa.
Hi, can we bank on 3? And I'm pushing my luck now, pretty popular unit. But could we not have one for Widow, one for Portside, and one for Eastern Southern Cape?